What's happening? This is the Tap In Podcast. We are live inside the Tap In studio. Man, I got a special guest, Mr. Hate to See Me Coming himself. This is like a long time coming, but my nigga. Okay, let me back up a little bit because this was an interview that most people, when I reached out to them, was like, hey, what do you think about this person? Or what do you think about this song? They was like, oh, yes, you got to have him on. And I was like, oh, okay. Mr. Dion LLC. What's happening, man?
Donte, what's up, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm chilling, dog. How are you, man?
I'm beautiful, brother.
Thank you for tapping in, man.
Yeah, we tapping in.
Pull that mic. I want to make sure people be able to hear you, man.
Got me now? Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
What's up, bro? What's going on?
Man, so I've been I wasn't familiar with your rise or your music, your background, everything, but I got partners that's from Texas, that's from Arlington, that's from the DF Dub, and they quickly put me on to, hey man, yes, you gotta have him on. Man, the song that everybody sent me when I originally even just said your name was it Dougie and My Jig?
My Dougie and My Jig.
My Dougie and My Jig.
Yes, sir. Yes,
like,
sir.
How old was you when you put this out? And what year was this?
I was 15 years old. This was 2007, my first semester, my sophomore year in high school.
So, in 2007, okay, at 15 years old, what got you into even recording, or who got you even into music?
Man, I had been rapping before that point for like 10 years, man. My big cousin, Drew the Genius, he's like 8 years older than me. So since I was a little kid, I had the braids and I had that little kid image. So Bow Wow was the thing at the time. You know what I mean? So he's like, man, I got a little cousin that got braids and he can Harlem shake and he can see walking heel toe. So, and I wasn't nervous to do it. He'll tell me to do it in front of somebody and I'll do it. And I started falling in love with the attention or with the results of me doing what he was telling me to do, the love that I was getting back from that. I was like, man, I like this. And that just kind of geared into me rapping and going into my own thing as we got to that point in high school. So by the time I got to that, I had already had microphones. I had already been recording on Acid Pro, pre-trials, cracking, getting codes cracked and stealing, taking software, all kind of things like that. So yeah, by that time I would consider myself like a vet at that time.
By the time that song actually hit?
Yeah.
Really?
Not a professional because I hadn't made a dollar off of it, but as far as being comfortable with recording, I was already engineering. I was already working with producers and creating and cultivating the sound that I wanted for my own music. So I didn't realize at the time that wasn't necessarily the norm for people at my age because I had been taught and been groomed to do this music since I can remember, really.
Really? Okay. And was the song My Dougie already out at that time, or was the Dougie and the Jig like?
It's crazy because I do believe that he had already recorded his song, but had I personally been privy to it, nah, when I did mine, because at school I just know everybody was doing this dance. This was kind of in the cusp of when everything was coming to. Everybody was Dougie and jigging. It was the old way that everybody was doing it, the mirror out and the white, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whenever that started coming, everybody at school was doing it. So all I did was kind of create the soundtrack for what was already going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you recorded the song, then you recorded the video, and then what happens after that?
I do the song, I do the video, I drop the video overnight. This is in the infancy stages of YouTube, mind you. So overnight, I had like 20,000 views overnight. But still didn't really realize what was going on because it was MySpace at the time. People were posting, instead of a wall, people would post bulletins. And when you post a bulletin on MySpace, that was the way to access everybody to make a post basically to your wall for everybody to see it. So I posted a bulletin, and when I came home from school the next day, my MySpace notifications was lit up, like new comments, new messages, new picture comments, new this, new that. And I started looking into it, and it wasn't just one or two. It was hundreds comments and likes and shares, and people want to know, inquiring what was going on. So yeah, that's basically how that came about at that point in time.
Was you getting like I don't want to say like recruited, but was you getting like from like labels, or were they reaching out, or?
It started off locally. I don't know. Are you familiar with Melon Mac?
No.
Melon Mac, he's a staple in the city and throughout the region, really. Melon Mac was working at 97.9 The Beat at the time, and also DJing at DGs at the time. So he caught word of me through my big homies DJ D Real and John. They had caught wind of what was going on. They kind of made the introduction, and then at the same time, it was a rapper by the name of Baby C at the time who had some radio playing. He was cool with Cat Daddy, so he started reaching out to me. And then the last one was 909 Entertainment, who was doing actual Super Sunday at the time. The twins, I don't necessarily remember their names, but that was kind of the local bit and war whenever it first started. And I ended up deciding to go with Melon Mac because he came to my crib and he sat down with my parents. He kept it so real and just told them, like, you know, what I was going to be looking at. It was more so on a family relationship, so I ended up going with him. And he deterred me from signing any other additional deals beyond that, like a single deal.
Mm-hmm.
So we had opportunities to do 50,000 single deal, you know, this, that, and that. But in 10th grade, 50,000 sounded like $1 billion. He advised against it and told me just to be patient. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put yourself in that type of situation and predicament. And I thank him for that because I feel like I was able to learn so much by going through the indie process of it, to where even when I'm doing this shit now with me and Dre and my business partners and everything like that, it's second nature to us. Second nature.
Okay, speak on that. Like, as far as like not signing the single deals, was that going to pigeonhole you, or was it where they were just going to say, "Hey, we just going to give you 50,000 and you know we're going to distribute your single"?
Mel knew me more as a person than everybody else that was trying to do business with me, and he understood how thick-headed I was. So even at that time, I was pretty hell-bent on doing it my way. He let me know pretty, you know, off the bat that if you sign for this $50,000, you're 15. You're not finna do it your way. They're gonna tell you how you need to do it. You're not gonna agree with everything. I'm gonna just save you this headache, and we're gonna just go through the motions and let you grow and go through the things that you need to go through that make adults successful. We're not gonna skip steps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's some dope advice, man. That's some dope advice. And so at 15, now that you're, I guess this is like newfound fame for you. Are you moving around the city? Are you moving around Texas doing like shows, or what's happening behind the scenes?
Yeah, we doing shows. Like I said, Mel was working with 97.9 The Beat at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So he had this Dodge Magnum that was wrapped in 97.9 The Beat colors and all of this stuff. He used to come pick me up from high school in 97.9 The Beat Magnum. School going crazy. I'm hopping out. I got shows. You know, we finna. So I'm flexing on the kids and everything. He'll pick me up. We'll go do shows. I was doing shows in Houston, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Louisiana, like just regionally based shows. And yeah, we was getting it in. Everything that you can think of doing to do shows out of town.
At 15.
With minimal supervision at 15, you can imagine all that came with it. Everything that you can think came with it. Yeah.
Okay. And then was there anything that you dropped after that, or were y'all just promoting this record at that time?
So Mel was like I said, and the cold thing about Mel and Mac is I was never on paperwork with him. It was all an understood thing. He was getting me shows. He'll give me a show $15,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, whatever it may be, and he wouldn't take $1 off of it. He didn't want nothing. He wanted me to succeed. He wanted me to get to that next level. And then, of course, we would have compensated accordingly at that point in time. But during that time, I'm a kid. He coming to my house, and in order to convince my mama to even let me go do the shows, he gave my mama $200-$300. Hey, here you go. Woo. Talking to my daddy, here go a couple dollars for you too. I got y'all son with me. I'm gonna take care of him while he out with me. So he was really more so like a unk, like real unk, to as far as making sure that nothing deviated from the plan that we was trying to do.
Yeah, where's he at now? Is he still around?
He around, man. Mel is a very successful man. He's one of my mentors, and I could call and talk to him about anything if something's going on. He actually has a Essence style festival that he does in Alabama every year, and he come back with M's cleaning up. Man, my man is about his business, man. rock with me. He around the way though. He around the way. He's still
Super
around here.
dope. That's super dope. They need more OGs like that in the industry, showing people how to really get to a bag. You know what I mean? And not taking the first bag. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So what happens after this? After what? How long you go on this run with the Dougie and Jig song?
So my Dougie and my Jig, that was my first semester in 10th grade. Went crazy all that semester and went even crazier the second semester because I did my second song. At that time, I was doing a lot of music, but I was putting out one video per semester. And I was taking a little raggedy digital camera that I found from the Lost and Found in school. It was like 2.3 megapixels. Like the front screen of your iPhone got better megapixels than that right now. You know what I'm saying? So I got that camera. I did another song called I Jump Judy my sophomore year. I did 1.2 million with my Doug and my Jig first semester, and then I did I Jump Judy, and I think we had like 1.9 million my sophomore year. So I follow up with a single that went even bigger. Ryan Hits. I don't know if you're familiar with Ryan Hits, but he made the Stanky Leg beat.
Okay.
So he reached out to me. He just sent me a beat just off the script. He was like, hey, he sampled my verse, a verse from that I did from my Doug and my Jig, put it in there. He was like, hey, this need to be your second single. It did that, and it took off again. The same method, did the music video, put all my friends in it from the school, put all the little girls from the school, all the football players, all the little YNs, everything. Everybody that I could accommodate in one pot, I put it all in there. And it did the same thing. We did 2 M's. And then my junior year, we came right back after that. I did Eye Contact, which was my first R&B song. I have 4-Way on. I don't know if you're familiar with 4-Way, but they're an R&B group that was managed by Trout, which managed the group High Five back in the day. So they're an R&B group. I did that song with them. It went crazy. Got into a lot of trouble because the video was with kids. Everybody was goosing on each other and hunching, like, you know what I'm talking about? It was that type of situation.
Yeah.
And I just remember going to school, and the principals and the security guards and parents and everybody was trying to put together signatures and trying to get my itch taken down. And I'm like, man, y'all gonna have to compensate me accordingly because this is my means of eating right now. So I'll take it down. But I'm doing about 3 or 4 shows a week. You know what I'm saying? For about this, from this range to this range. So if y'all want to do that, then I can appease y'all and I can take whatever down that y'all need to be. You know what I'm saying? Take it down.
They were trying to take it off of YouTube?
They were trying to take it off YouTube. They were really trying to put they were trying to threaten me with like child pornography, all kind of shit. But I'm a kid too. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 15, 16 too. So it's like, nah, I'm not, man, we just dancing and having fun, but it was just a little raunchy for the time period. And yeah, it just came with a lot of backlash. And then I'm playing varsity football at the time, so they saying I'm a representative of the school and all of that shit. And they just didn't want their name on it.
I'm trying to understand, how are you managing all these different worlds? Like you're locally famous, you're going to public school, and you're playing football. Like just football alone is a lot. How are you managing to balance all these different worlds?
It was all I knew. So it wasn't like I had gotten accustomed to anything else and then I had to adapt to doing all of this shit. I was like, this is just all I knew. As soon as I was getting to high school, oh, you good at sports? You play varsity football. I was a captain on the team, you know what I'm saying? So captain of varsity football. You got the hottest song in the city. You doing shows all over here. You got this going. You running track. You doing all these sports. And outside of that, you in the mix. I'm at all the team clubs, the reg clubs, just being as a person, as an entity with me, my partners, we was already just kind of getting that recognition from that. So it was just normal, to answer your question. It was just normal. I didn't see it as nothing. I didn't notice that it was crazy until I went to college and I decided to not do music no more. Being normal is tough.
Being normal was being tough for you?
It was tough, man.
What was the tough part?
Just going to class, going back to my dorm. I was still doing my little whoops in between, but I wasn't doing no music. I wasn't trying to be in the party scene. I wasn't promoting. I was like, man, I was on path to do some totally different shit. This before I met Dre. And I don't know, man. I was just going through a midlife crisis at 18. Shit crazy.
Wow. Okay. I've never heard nobody say that before. Being normal was the toughest part because you probably used to doing so much.
Mm-hmm.
Just being able to just sit still and not do nothing was like, damn.
It was a lot.
That's crazy.
Doing nothing was a lot. It was a
So
lot.
how many, once you got to college, how many songs had you dropped at that point? Because you were saying you do it, was that like 4 or 6 songs at that point?
4, 5. Probably about 6 strong songs, and I had the features with Dero because I was in Primetime Click. I had eventually clicked up with Dero and Teddy and Norm T and all of them boys over there. So probably about 8 public songs that you can go search. But I had put out mixtapes. I was hosting my own mixtapes as the DJ host on some Michael Watts type shit. You know what I'm saying? I would get multiple artists, and I was essentially Cali. I'm calling for, hey, did I get the verse? Can we get the Drake vocals type shit? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just went like that. Every time I could do something and attach myself with it, I was throwing parties. We was renting out venues. We was throwing concerts. Man, we was doing some everything. This is all in high school.
And the first thing that came to my mind is, what made you want to go to college? If you having this much success in high school, doing football, throwing parties, traveling at 15, you know what I mean? What made you want to go to college? Usually, I think of college as a place for people that don't know what they want to do after high school. They trying to figure out, or they want to get some extra education to go into their field. But you was already successful in high school. What made you, especially you was messing with Dero in high school?
Yeah, when I was in high school. I used to go pick Dero up from his T-Jones house when he was staying in Lancaster. I used to drive from South Arlington, go to Lancaster, pick him up, drive all the way back to East Arlington to Mail at Mac Apartments so we can record. That's where he actually recorded Ice Cream Paint Job at. I was there when he did it. I asked the nigga to be on it. Well, I'm not on it. So it's all love, though.
And you was picking the nigga up. And
All right, man, let me get on that thing right now, man. I knew it was going to be a hit before it was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, it was that. But nah, it was just juggling, man. Like I said, it was just the normalcy of it.
So what made you want to go to college and not just pursue music full time after high school?
My crowd that I was around, I guess you could say, I was in like pre-AP classes and things like that, AP classes. I was in advanced courses. So I took dual credit courses. So I actually graduated high school in 3.5 years. As soon as football season was over, I went to the office. They gave me my paperwork. I was done with school. So the people that I was around on a normal basis looked at rapping shit as a lesser of an opportunity, like going to the league, the NBA, the NFL. Like your chances of doing that are very slim. Me not realizing that I already got a foot in the door, I'm way past where most people are trying to go. I'm not looking at that. I'm like, well, you're right. I can't read a book. I probably should go to college. I probably should try to be a psychologist or an engineer or some shit like that. Or, you know what I'm saying? So that would make me really go because I knew I was capable of doing it. And I had to do it to show myself that there's no realm of this life that I don't feel like that. If I try, I can do that shit. I can rap. I did that. Now it's time to move past that. I'm finna go be an economist or some shit like that. Something even greater that these people can't even relate to. But it was forced.
Yeah. What college did you go to?
Texas Southern.
Okay.
TSU,
TSU.
for sure.
Okay. That's what's up.
TSU.
And so the whole time you was in college, you didn't do no music? You were just normal the whole 4 years?
Like the first year and a half. But before I started doing music again, I started going to like TSU do a lot of events, amateur nights this and poetry nights this and woo-woo. So I saw an artist, her name was Brittany Renee, and she could sing, she could rap, and she was pretty as well. So I was like, man, you know what? I want to work with her. And that's kind of how I got my foot back in. I still had all my studio equipment, even though I wasn't using it. I always keep a MacBook with some plugins ready to go. So I got her in the studio, and she was dope, and we just started building traction. Then went from her to another artist to about 3 or 4 more artists. You can ask Dre, but none of them had that hunger to be what they needed to be. They walking into situations, but they don't got to do nothing. I'm recording the music for you. I'm writing most of the music for you. I'm editing, engineering. I'm shooting your videos. I'm editing your videos for you. I'm handling your YouTubes. I'm handling your monetization. I'm handling all your business for you, right? All you got to do is be available to do the things that I'm asking you to do. And I kept running into barriers with that until I was just like, man, I'm going to do this shit again myself. We know what we got to do. Dre been rocking with me. He was like, man, you got it. My cousins, everybody around me, man, you got it, bro. You really fighting what you should be doing. So then we just started back doing it again, and Yeah, it wasn't easy, but we jumped back doing it again. And like I said, we'll get into more details about everything that came after that. But that's how I went with college, probably about sophomore year. At the end of sophomore year, I started trying to get back involved with it. I took Matthew Knowles' course. He was a professor at TSU. So I took
Okay.
one of his courses, and that helped spark it as well. And being around a multi-millionaire every day who don't hide his money. He used to pull up in a drop head Royce, floating through the student parking lot, stunning on all the kids. Security at each door. I asked him to take a picture one time in class. He was like, "No, next question." I was like, all right, that's what money do. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the year and a half you took off just being a student, started recording. How long were you recording with these other 4 people?
All 4 of them weren't consistent throughout the time frame. They were consecutive.
Oh, okay.
So I'd be working with one, wouldn't work, then I would work with another one. Then I had met Dre because he had an artist. I had a studio, and he was doing party promotion at the time. So I was like, well, you got the party promotion, you in the streets, and I got the backing for the music and the production. Me and my partner, we can do that part. So we linked up together, and then that's when we both kind of got tired of hitting that brick wall and was like, man, fuck it, let's just do this. Let's do it all the way. Started rapping. My first song that I recorded was probably the day that, not probably, when George Zimmerman got acquitted. And that's why I remember it so vividly. That was the first day that I got back in the booth and I did a verse. It was loosely around the climate at that time, but yeah, that's how we got back right.
Okay. Did you get the that same traction or those same looks that you was getting while you were in high school out in Houston?
No, because in my head I needed to do it a different way. Yeah, like when somebody like they too smart for their own good, or they feel like they know too much. I was young, so I was arrogant in my belief system. So I felt like I know what I need to be doing. I already did that. Why would I go back and do that again? I'm finna do it this way. In the ways that we was doing it, it looked good. Our presentation was flawless, but it wasn't resonating with the streets, and we wasn't getting the feedback in order to grasp a fan base and be able to move forward. You know what I'm saying? So we bumped our head for a while. We even uprooted everything in Houston and we moved to Atlanta. It didn't get no better. You know what I'm saying? Like, the music got better, the product got better, the quality got better. We still growing within the industry, but we just weren't able to gain traction, whatever it may be. And I ain't gonna say whatever it may be. We were skipping steps. We were working at that time. I was hustling and working. Dre was working. We was all adults, so we had a few dollars to invest. So we felt we could just pay our way through the game. Oh, let's go get this feature over here. Let's go get this feature. Let's go put ourselves on this showcase. Let's go do this. Versus actually getting in the trenches and building a real fan base and getting out there with the people and touching them and making something felt versus bought or purchased. So,
yeah. Okay. What year did you move to Atlanta? What year was that?
2015.
2015?
It didn't last long. It was just about a year and a half, 2 years.
Really?
Dre stayed longer, but I had left because this was around the time that we took a crazy hiatus. We probably stopped doing music because we went to Atlanta and spent thousands of dollars. And when we moved to Atlanta, because it was a foreign land, I wasn't hustling. I was strictly working a job. I was working at a rental car company at the time. I was making $14 an hour. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. And I was living in a 5-bedroom home, facilitating life for my now wife and my cousin, my producer, and all of these different factors that we had to factor into the situation. And I'm just burning through money. And then when you're not from an area, not you, but people like yourself who hold positions of podcasts and things like that, I'm a custo. Everybody looking to break your back every chance you doing music? Oh, you invested in yourself? Oh yeah, $6,000 for this video. Yeah, I get you right.
Yeah.
$1,000 per video, girl. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you want this Maserati to sit back there that you can't touch and that don't move nowhere? $2,700 for an hour. Like, just crazy numbers for crazy things. And it was like, man, I hate to say it, but it low key, like it beat us.
What'd you learn from that that experience that really help you going now that on the second run? What do you think that you learned from that?
Um, the biggest thing that I learned about myself through that process, and when I learned about the music as well, is that take care of me first, because I'm gonna do music regardless. I've always done it before I knew it was a thing to get paid off of. It was just something that we did. So at this point now, it's just to continue doing it because you love doing it. I would be doing this shit anyway, so I don't feel like people ask me all the time, "Do you feel like your window is closing?" Like, what window? I'm doing this because I love it. So if the window's open or closed, I'm still gonna be doing this. If you listening, or if you're not listening, I'ma still be doing this. If I get one view, I post on Instagram and 2 likes, I'm gonna post next week too. Cause I just love doing this shit. So it wouldn't really be nothing to deter me from doing it. We just gonna head down, steadfast, keep grinding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. That's super dope, man. That's super dope. Cause everybody think moving to Atlanta is just like a quick fix. Like, okay, I'm in the mix. I'm about to go to this studio. I'm gonna meet T.I. I'm gonna meet Future. I'm gonna meet all these people, and then I'm gonna blow up in a year or so.
Nah, it's possible. That's because there's the stories that have happened are the reasons why people believe that, right?
Yeah.
So it's possible, but the chances are so slim of that happening. You moving from wherever you moving from to a whole nother city where you don't have a cousin, a friend, an uncle, auntie, a partner, nothing. You think you just finna get embraced and the biggest D-boy in the city gonna come scoop you up and invest $100,000 in your next single? It don't go like that.
Yeah.
It don't go like that.
Dang, okay. And so once you leave Atlanta, you stop doing music at that point, or you came back to
I stopped pushing music.
Okay.
Of course, like I said, no matter what stage of my life, I keep a MacBook, I keep a studio, keep Cubase, I keep my plugins. I'm gonna record, but as far as pushing it out to the light, nah, it kind of dimmed out during that time when I moved back because I had to work.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
You came back to Arlington, or where?
I went back to Los Angeles. I haven't lived in Arlington since high school.
Okay.
When I left to go to Houston, I haven't been back there. I just rep. You know what I'm saying? We gonna always put on for the city, but I ain't lived there in a very long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you came back to Texas after that. What sparked it this second go around to, you know what, I'm about to start pushing it now?
So when I came back home, I started hustling again, right? And I started surrounding myself with like-minded individuals who was doing the same thing. One of my best friends who I was hustling with at the time, he ended up getting jammed up for some shit that wouldn't have happened if I'd have been there, but because I wasn't in when had went, and he got ended up getting life with no parole. Yeah. And so once that happened, I wasn't going out. I only went out to the city because of him. We in DGs, we in Bucks, whatever strip club it may be, whatever club it may be. He grabbed me out. We gonna go be seen and go look at some shit. But when he got popped, it just took a little piece out of that, and it was like I don't have no now I'm really detached from the music because he was trying to do the music too. So now I'm really, I don't know if you're familiar with Money and Mob Ties, but they in the series they mess with Jay Prince and
Yeah.
my partner Dollar, he was Anthony Cash, he was under them. So everybody was hustling, moving and shaking. We working jobs, we hustling at the same time, and we rapping, trying to do this music shit. So when he got popped, that just took the last little bit of want to I had out of it. And I stepped all the way back. I ended up moving to New Jersey. Me and my shorty at the time, my now wife, we moved up to New Jersey because she was going to the Acting and Art Institute in Manhattan.
Mm.
So we went up there. She been rocking with me ever since I've been doing my thing. No matter what I decided to do, she was rocking with me, right? So I said, let me take a step back. I'm gonna support you, and we did that. And then in the process of her doing that, I started finding my love back for it. I kept recording, like I said, I keep a MacBook. I send Dre songs. Me and Dre still talking, even though we're not doing music. That's still my partner.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sending him music, and he used to the music was still good. And he's just like, man, we can, whenever you decide you wanna, you know what I'm saying? I'm here. We just gotta, just let me know. But I gotta be ready to take it serious. And then once I decided that I was ready to take it serious, he was right there. We picked right back up where we left off and shit. We grooving again.
How long were you in Jersey? How long you
That was
lived
another
there?
short-lived stint. That was like a year and a half. Then we got pregnant with my first son, and then we moved back after that. And that's kind of where we are now. That puts us on the timeline of where we at. When I came back with my first son, we got the crib way on the outskirts of the city, and started rapping again. It was that time. I felt like it was that time. I had taken care of everything. My son was straight. My household was intact. Everything was where it needed to be. My mental was intact more than anything. I was in a good space mentally, ready to record and ready to get back to doing the things that I know how to do. And we just got back active like that.
Yeah. Are you and you still got a relationship with Duro? Y'all still cool? Or not as much?
Cool would probably be a straight. It ain't nothing in between. Like if I saw him and if he recognized me, it'd probably be love. But I haven't talked to Jerome in so long. Like during that time frame, like when he hit with the ice cream paint job, the distance started creating from him and the rest of the primetime clique. So whereas the rest of the clique was probably complaining, like, man, we've been waiting for somebody in the clique to take off and take care of us. So a lot of people was upset with Duro, how he was moving at that time, but really he was taking care of him.
How many people was in prime time?
Black Boy, Norm T, Teddy, Duro. I was new to it. They formed it in Prairie View. So it was more people in Prairie View wherever they formed it at. And then when they came back to the city, the reason why I was able to rock with Duro and how that even happened is because Melon Mac wasn't his paper manager, but he was getting them shows. So he'd be getting Duro shows for Walk That Walk. And he'd be like, well, I got Dion right here. So y'all book Duro for Walk That Walk. You gonna book Dion for my Dug My Jig and woo. So I'm doing shows with Duro and we was around each other so much. That's how the relationship even grew to be like. And I'm the kid, so I'm looking at them with this form of admiration, even though my situation is bigger than their situation. I'm not looking at it like that. I'm like, oh, this the big homie. They in college. They got to Walk That Walk. They college hoes. Man, can I be in Prime Time Clique? And he was like, yeah. And it was basically just that. It was only that. Like, it wasn't no backing. It wasn't no support. It wasn't nothing like a deal. It was just like, oh, this my little homie. He repping Prime Time Clique.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the reason why I asked because I see Duro trying to make like a new resurgence and doing music now and again and really like pushing it. So
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about his music?
I think it's okay. I mean, I ain't a huge Duro fan. I think it's okay. I think the ice cream paint job, that was like a college song for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that one has a little bit more stand power with me, but the other stuff, I ain't really heard nothing outside of that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't really say that I love his music or hate his music. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So yeah. But I just see him trying to make a resurgence, and I see him saying that he brought the boogie movement back to Dallas. And I'm like, I know some other people that got some boogie, some real boogie, like, you know what I mean, bangers.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But if you want to take claim to it, fuck it. You know what I mean? If he want to say he doing this, so fuck it.
Hey, that remind me of when Lil Wayne, when they told Lil Wayne he was doing the interview, and they was like, you know, Gucci got voted the #1 rapper. And he was like, Gucci? Shout out my nigga Gucci.
Yeah. Yeah,
so that's how I feel about that. Like, shout out that nigga.
Okay, all right. Let me see. I seen something from a freestyle I want to ask you about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read these lyrics to you.
All right.
And you tell me what was going on or what happened. Boogie on down, you would have thought Dallas was a disco. High rise in New Jersey on the Hudson, I'm big bro. All off a bitch, nah nigga, cause I'm lit ho. The worst rap feature I ever got was Johnnie Cinco. Who the fuck is Johnnie Cinco? And why does nigga make you so mad about the feature?
Man, shout out to Johnnie Cinco in whatever situation he may be in currently. I'm not really aware, but at the time when we was living in Atlanta, he was having his motion, right? And like I say, Dre is my business partner. Emphasis heavy on the business, right? I'm more so the creative spirit of our operation. So Dre was like, man, it'll be a good look. He's running a special. I remember it was the holiday season. He's running a special right now. He said he'd do a feature and a video for Whoop. So I look into the situation. I'm like, man, that ain't really my speed of music, but let's do it, right? I told you at the time, we skipping steps. We trying to pop. So we not worried. If he got a name, we'll pay for the name. We're worried about everything else later. So we did the feature. He sent me probably back. I don't know if you're familiar with the musical structure, but it's typically on a single, it's like 12 bars on a verse, right?
Mm-hmm.
He sent me about 40 bars of him mumbling through his verse, like just saying a few things. And like I said, it was about 40 bars of it. And then he sent me the stems, the track outs for it. And I had to decipher each bar and put a verse together like a puzzle. So I took a bar from over here, I took a bar from over here, a bar from over here. And he rapped on the same cadence for all 40 bars. So it all rhymed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just had to structure the verse to make it coherent to the song that we did. So that's what happened with that. And then so when we did the feature, I was like, okay, that's one, but I can deal with that. That's kind of why I was reluctant to do the feature anyway, because that style or that genre of hip hop wasn't necessarily what I was. It's something for everybody, but that's not what I was necessarily on at the time. So we did that, and then we set the video up. We got the videographers paid. We paid the deposit. We got all the video girls booked. We got all the props. We booked the motel because it was on some street pimping shit. So we had the motel at the Motel 6. I had so many partners fly from Texas to come be in the video. So the night before the video, I'm getting calls and texts. They're like, hey, you know Johnnie Cinco in LA right now. They just opened a dispensary or something. He was doing something where he popped out. And I said, no, that's cool. I said, he on. He can move like that. He can be in LA today and in Atlanta tomorrow. I'm not tripping. So Drake called his people. And I was like, hey, y'all gonna be good to come to the video tomorrow, right? Y'all know we paid him. And he's like, nah, we in LA, but if y'all pay for our plane tickets, we can catch a red eye. We can come out there. And
nigga, no. Nigga, no.
Yeah, that part, So, and I'm not even gonna go all the way into my emotion at that time because it may have been more reckless than it needed to be with us being foreigners to that land. We don't got nobody out there, but I done spent my hard-earned money and I'm not getting what I paid for, and I like to do good business, so I'm in a bad state of things, and Drake kind of diffuses the situation, and we just end up moving past it. But it's just a little situation where I look back on. I blame myself for skipping steps, and I got what I paid for essentially.
Yeah, where's Johnnie Cinco now? Is he still moving around? Or is he still doing music? Have you heard?
I haven't personally, but at the time, to not take away from that, I wasn't privy to everything he had going on then. Drake cultivated that situation.
Oh,
He told me, he brought it to me like, hey, we should be doing it. So if he was doing something now, I wouldn't know, not because it's not making no noise, but because I'm
just not,
I'm not
just
in that
not your
world.
lane.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's talk about one of your dope features, man. Akeem Ali. Hate to See Me Coming. How did you hook up with Akeem?
Yeah, everybody know Akeem Ali been going crazy. Social media, dropping visual after visual with the aesthetic is crazy. How he be dressing, he putting the fly shit on. The way he's putting the words together is just, everything is flowing. His situation looks right. Regardless of who his backing may be, he's affiliated with this person, but he's indie at the same time, and it just looks good. So he had posted something on Instagram, and he was doing a deal on features. It was like 75% off. But who knows what his original price is for him to say it's 75% off. I didn't care. I reached out to him anyway. I was like, man, what's up, man? You doing the features? He was like, yeah, man, XYZ. I said, bet, let's do it. He said, send me the song. I sent him the deposit, but the rest of it, I had to transfer the money from my savings to my checkings account, right? He sent the verse back before the money could even transfer from my savings to my checkings.
Really?
So that kind of gave me another thing in good business, just always be prepared so you don't got to seem like you're like, damn, now the verse is ready and I ain't got all the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got it, but it ain't here yet to pay him. So now he's, waiting. But he was so cool about everything, man. We went out there. He pulled up by himself to the video shoot. We did it with Lyrical Parlor in Atlanta. Uh, he showed love. He was friendly with my people that came out there. He was taking pictures with all my people was fans of him, you know. So when I get to do stuff like this, like even situations like this, I get to bring my partners and they get to see what's going on and how this shit actually works. Aside from just looking at it on YouTube or on social media, like, oh, I wonder how it works. Now I got my partner, he gonna bring me into that life with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah. And y'all shot a video for it too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's I always heard that the feature and the video is two separate prices.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so for him to do or allow you or you being able to have the bread to do both is like a testament like to your hustling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
we gonna
saying?
make sure that we do what we gotta do to put ourselves in the best situation. But that comes with pushing the music. Like I said, I keep a MacBook. I do this anyway. So when it came down to him saying that he was doing features, I already had the track ready. I just went and took one of my verses off of it and just sent it to him off the bat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was a seamless process with him, especially because he rap for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And that song is on the new mixtape Versace
Mix. Yeah, it's on Versace Mix.
Okay. Man, one of my favorite songs off Versace Mix, man, is Petey. Petey, that boy. Petey is so hard. Is that a person or what's the slang in Petey?
Petey is a person.
Okay.
Petey is a person. Shout out to Petey, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate that situation.
Who is Petey?
Man, so I don't the situation that happened was, man, I was in San Antonio where, you know, my family is from. And we was floating through the city and I was with my cousins. I was real young at the time. And we was floating around through the city and one of the guys in the car seen some people. They had an issue. Now the guy that we in the car with, I don't really know him like that. This is my cousin's baby mama friend type situation. So he get out the car and he owned that. Then my cousin get out the car and I'm like, well shit, I can't go back to my auntie house if something happened to my cousin and I ain't get out the car. So I get out the car too. My partner from here, he down there with me. So he get out the car. I can't go back to the city and something happened to Dion and I ain't get out the car. So it's just a chain reaction. So it's four good side niggas get out the car and run down on these individuals. And as soon as we get up on them, they draw down and he cock back and I'm looking at the hole of a 40 in my face and my eyes. And I just felt like it was one of those learning experiences to where if I would have minded my business in the first place, that wasn't my smoke, that wasn't my beef. I had nothing to do with that, and I feel like it was a blessing that he didn't shoot us because a short time after that, a very short time after that, there was an alleged shooting and somebody allegedly got shot in the face by those people that were involved with that. So we very easily could have fell victim to getting shot in our face for trying to go handle some business behind somebody that ain't had nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that situation, like I done been in situations before, like crazier situations than that, but never more than it was my fault. That was mine and their business. I just got out the car messing with these people. Let me get back, gone back, handle. Yeah, right. Y'all got this. Let me go back. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. I ain't even shouldn't be messing with y'all. I don't know y'all like that. Like that's just kid shit. Yeah. But that was just a early learning experience for me to know. Like, nigga, mind your business. If it ain't got nothing, if it ain't you, that ain't your work. Then don't worry about it.
Yeah. The video is super dope too, and you got Southside Vic on there.
Yeah, Vic.
Man, how did you hook up with Vic?
Man, Vic is from my section in the city. He from Arlington, right? And I didn't know him personally, but we know a lot of the same people, man. And one of the homies, Braxo, was cool with him. So I reached out to my guy. And I had DM'd Southside trying to get the feature like a little while ago, but this was during his virality of the on the radar, right? So he's going crazy. So I'm knowing his DMs is going, flooded with whatever. So I reached out to my guy. He hit him. He hit me back in like 20 minutes. So I'm like, hey, I'm not really doing features right now, but if you send me the song and I fuck with it, I'll do it. Which I do. Nigga, if this shit garbage, I don't want to be a part of it, right? Essentially. Yeah. So I sent him the track. He's like, hell yeah, I fuck with this, right? So then when he came to my crib to record it, he pulled up 1 Deep 2. That means everything to me. Somebody pull up, they comfortable to come and just be in the moment. He pulled up, and I'm sitting here trying to, chop it up music with him. And he knew who I was as well from that time period. But like I said, I wasn't super attached to that time period because it was a blur to me. I'm moving. I'm da 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 da. So he was like, yeah, you know, he know me and we know the same people. And he did the track. He did the verse. He was like, man, I want to do more to it. I record at home too. So he went home and recorded some more to it, right? And I was like, man, can you change this one more thing? I ain't know how he was gonna react because I know how rappers. Don't tell me how to rap. You want my feature? I'm finna give you my feature, right?
Yeah.
But he was professional, man. He was like, yeah, let's do it. He changed everything I needed, man. We did the song. He popped out to the video. Him and his old lady. He's super. He has good manners. You know what I'm saying? So he comes to the section. He's embraced by everybody. These is my niggas. We out here. He pulling up him and his old lady with these. He don't know these niggas. He coming out, shaking hands, taking pictures with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Showing love. So I always appreciate you, Vic, for that, brother. You like always good with me, man. My family still talk about to this day that shit was impactful to them. They gonna remember that till they 60 years old.
Dope.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan with the Versace, man? The mixtape. Is it a mixtape or album?
It was an EP.
Okay, EP.
It was an EP.
What's the plan with it? Because you got some bangers on that mug that you can move around with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, in all honesty, there's nothing super crazy with it. I'm big on creating. So that would probably a question better suited for Dre, who was handling the business for it. He's gonna sit on the music and he's gonna figure out different ways. It could be a song from 2 years ago. Oh, this song needs to be in this movie, or it needs to be here. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do all the placement and things like that. But for me, I'm on to the next. I'm already working on my next EP. We finna put out the Garage Flows Volume 2. I'm doing this music, man. I'm just making the music. I'm trying to get the product. Without me providing them the product, we don't have nothing to push.
Got it. Speaking of the garage freestyles, man, what made you start doing the garage freestyles?
Not getting the recognition or the feedback for the time and effort we would put in full-fledged production videos. Even to this day, we still was skipping steps a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was still doing crazy videos like Jeff Adair coming out, 5 to 10 video girls, like props and fly looking good, you know what I'm saying? All the homies look. It wasn't being received in that way. I believe when you did your interview with Southside Vic, he was like, you ain't got a problem? You don't have a minor inconvenience in your life? You know what I'm saying? Like when you rapping your music and shit like that. And I felt like that's what it was. We was presenting an image that was just too perfect for our position to not be on. We weren't on, but we putting ourselves in the light as if we Gunna, Thug, Offset, you know, somebody in that realm when we were not even that. So people wanted to, I feel like they wanted to grow with us. And the Garage Flows was a way of everybody to kind of put an attachment that just looks like the bottom. Everybody can relate on Thanksgiving or with your family. And you out in the garage, you going out there, even before you eat, everybody just try to toot up and get right, get you a drink and just take a load off. And they might play some old music and somebody going, man, hold up. You know what I'm saying? I done came down, and it just kind of goes to that. So when we first did the first one, it was kind of that. I was like, man, I need some content. When we out here, I got this track. Let's just shoot this little freestyle. And the feedback that we got from it was so crazy. I was like, we need to do this again and again and again. And then now we got a mixtape for it. So now it's going to end up growing into its own entity all off the strength of just working. If you be consistent, something's going to come from it. It's not going to fall on deaf ears, but you got to work. You can't skip steps. You got to do everything that you got to do to familiarize yourself and prepare yourself for what's to come. And if you're ready whenever that situation comes, that's how people get on that next step. Whenever that opportunity is presented, if you got your business in order, it's a wrap.
Yeah. I asked the last person, Miss Baby D, this same question I want to ask you. And maybe this is a question even for Dre. Would you be open to like sell pieces of songs to your audience? Like where, let's say you keep 25% or 50%, but you let other people pay you to invest and maybe they get a percent of the song forward with it streaming if they like it or something like that?
I ain't gonna lie, that sounds like pushing the needle forward. I haven't really heard that.
Because where I got it from is La Russell. You familiar with La Russell?
Yeah, I'm familiar with La Russell.
So that's where I got it from. Because La Russell allows people to buy pieces of his songs that they like right?
Uh-huh.
I bought like 8% of like 2 songs,
Really?
and I
So you
get
like on the publishing for that portion of the song?
yeah, and so I get a direct deposit every month from just songs that I pay for.
So by you being invested into his music, does that make you feel more responsible for the success of the music?
Yes, like I push the music because I know.
You gonna get paid from the
Yeah,
music. Hey, I'm gonna have to chop it up with you
yeah,
more about that off camera to really get some game, because
yeah,
this is my first time hearing it. I've not heard that.
yeah. And it's a company that he used called Vida, VYDIA. I think it's called.
Okay. Okay.
And you have to set it up through Vida, your name, put all your information, your bank account information.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he does he gives the percentages on the back end of how much percentage this person is supposed to get. And then from YouTube, from streaming on like Apple and what's the other DSP?
Spotify,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You just get a percentage of whatever comes from that.
That's crazy, man. Hey, leave it to the Russell, man. That boy, he gonna give you the game too. That's why I like him so much.
Yeah.
He gonna push the needle forward, and all the different secrets that he find out through his process, he shares the game. So
It's a way for him to recoup his money from either doing videos or you know what I mean?
that's smart.
Where people who are really invested in his music,
Yeah.
that I'll tell you, I spent $2,000 to get 8% of 2 songs.
And the
You know what I'm
crazy thing
saying?
about that is, y'all don't know how valuable that $2,000 was probably to him at that time that he got. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick your brain on that.
Yeah.
I need to know the details and the nuances in that. Like,
Yeah.
that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard for sure.
And I think what it does too is it curates a more fan base where they more invested just in, because on Apple or Spotify, I just pay a monthly fee and I got everybody music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for me to actually really invest back into that artist, it's like, no, I'm streaming it myself.
Yeah, you gonna
and
go
I'm
to bed,
sending
you gonna
it.
put that song on repeat, and you gonna play it all night while you sleep. You gonna share it to this cousin, that friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart.
And it just pushes the music, and I'm just a fan of his whole movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so and I'm thinking about buying more. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking music is like digital real estate for me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Since it's only living majority online, and we're moving more so a digital. I'm just like, you know what? I think I'll be able to purchase that versus buying real estate.
Yeah.
It'll cost me $100,000 to own it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And his catalog is only getting bigger because he only creating more and more songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah.
Shout out to Russell.
Yeah.
That's hard.
And I think somebody like you that don't skip steps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Curate their audience. I know people will want to invest back into you to just be able to be a part of your rise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be a part of that. Because I think for me, that's why I like doing this type shit.
Right. All right.
Because I like to be the one that's put people on like, yo, you don't know who this person is?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's that's why I love music, because it's the new people that are just coming up that got something hard and be putting people on. Once they get to superstar status, like, nigga, they everywhere. So
everybody's
I like finding new talent, new artists. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, we are pretty much like that. We all like to be like, nigga, who put you on that new gun and shit?
Yeah.
Or who put you on? Yeah. We all like to be that person. So nah, I fuck with it.
Yeah, man. Okay. And so, the Garage Freestyles and the Versace, those are. So Versace is out now. So
Versace Mix out now, all platforms.
You can stream that everywhere. Check out Petey. I'm telling you, that's a banger right there, man. Petey is a motherfucking banger. Who did the beat on Petey?
Slick and Andrew, Drew the Genius, and Slick Lowry. Like, they're my 2 producers. Like I said, every track that I've done as far as I can remember, they've done every track.
Okay.
Them two. And they got their own shit bubbling too. Like, Slick is more than just my personal producer. He's doing placements. He's sending tracks out to Chris Brown and all type of neo, different R&B artists and things like that. Like we all, our whole camp, this LSC, the Life and Legacy Collective. You know, we all pushing as hard as we can individually in our own direction, so we can all bring the banking home together and create a conglomerate the likes that ain't been seen.
Yeah. Last question before we get you out of here, man. I've been noticing the artists that I really like are from Arlington, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Arlington get the recognition and the look that they supposed to? Because niggas got Fort Worth and Dallas right here, you know what I mean, on either side of them.
Absolutely not. Not at all. And for whatever the reason may be, I'm not here to speculate. Everybody has their own reasons, especially with hip hop being a culture that derives from the struggles of poverty and different things like that. And then with Arlington being looked at as the suburb of the Metroplex 30 years ago, whenever it was new, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing that everybody that creates Arlington has migrated from Oak Cliff or Stop Six or South Fort Worth or South. Everybody comes from these different pockets, and that's what's created our city. So the people that feel a certain way about it are the same people that create the makeup and the culture of the city. So I don't know. It's a little. We've always had that thing, but I don't even care about it. I don't look at it. It's not no hindrance for me. It's not no whoa. They're not showing us love, because if you do your thing, you can go around that. You can go around all the politics, and I feel like that's what we're doing right now. I've never had a hindrance where a gatekeeper, so to speak, from another city is stopping me from progressing in the way that I needed to go. Like, you got these people in the city. You got the K104s, you got the 97.9s, you got yourself, you got the real life street stars, you got the Rainwaters and things like that. But you can create your own fan base if you're working hard enough and taking the right avenues. You don't have to depend on those people, even though they do a great job of putting people in position a lot of the times. Whether it's for self or whatever their methods or reasoning may be, they still do it. But you don't have to take that avenue. There's a lot of other shit out here for you to do it. The internet is massive.
Yes.
You know
Super massive. Yeah. Speaking of Rainwater, I just seen him do like a video with you where this nigga was like giving you props. Like,
yeah.
Are you working with Rainwater in some capacity, or
no,
that was
we paid
just
him for that?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We paid him. We was shooting a music video, the Money Long shoot. We was at Prophecy Studios, and Rain came up there for some whole other shit that he had some business with Prophecy, whatever. And we up there shooting a video, and Dre, he's not from here. So the dynamics of the city, he's not really privy to, because he doesn't know the pockets and the people here. So but Rainwater's name is established enough to where it's reached Houston in various places. So he knows who he is. He like, hey, he's like, Rainwater here. I'm like, already? You know what I mean? He's like, hey, we need to get a drop. You know what I'm saying? Let's pipe up real quick. I said, man, he gonna charge us for that drop. I'm not paying. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm finna pay him.
Dre the money man.
Dre say. But we got that understanding to where if you feel like it's something that's gonna move our business forward, and everybody else doesn't agree, you can still do it, but don't come back trying to recoup any portions of what you just paid for. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, I'm finna pay him. I was like, you know what's up? Go ahead. So he paid Rainwater came over there. It's me and some of my people, my cousins, people from San Antonio, people from the city. And he looks, he scans who's all with us, right? Then I noticed he started showing me more love than, he don't know me like that, right? And he was like, hey, you know Dion? He's like, oh yeah, I know Dion. You had the songs from back in the day, right? I was like, yeah. He's like, man, what happened to you, man? You fell off. He said some shit like that. I was like, nah, man, I stopped doing music. I had some other shit going on. He's like, oh, okay, so we did this. He's like, hey, man, this Dion, this the hottest nigga in the city, y'all. You know, the shit you pay for him to say. And one of my childhood partner, like my cousin, was in the cut. And Rainwater looked at him. He was like, man, where I know you from? And my cousin said his name. He was like, man, I got beef with you. He said, man, I got beef with you. My cousin was like, nah, man. So when we finished talking, now they kind of talking on their own, right? And he was like, it was some messy shit that they had personally. This is 10 years ago though, right? My cousin did some time in the pen in the state, but if he had a problem with him, it would have been addressed. I'm so unconfrontational. You not finna come around my business and do nothing that's gonna make me look a certain way. That's gonna create problems for my brand. So everybody that's with me is on some love. And then, man, we got a problem. And then they started chopping it up about the situation. So then Rainwater turned around like, man, he's like, Dion, you next, boy. He's like, look at you, boy. You fly, you dress real good. You this, man. He said, I'm finna shoot the address to Dre. Dre finna get you the interview. We gonna do the interview. You gonna come. I'm gonna interview. Man, I look forward to that one because we got something to talk about. Da, 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 da. I'm like, cool. I'm thinking he's showing me real love. You know what I'm saying? Man, he sent Dre the address to where we was gonna do the interview, right? So we finished the interview. When we finished the shooting our video, like 30 minutes later, he look at the text message because he finna hit Rain and really try to lock it in. Rain unsent the address in the text message. He unsent the address from Dre. So Dre called him. He was calling him on FaceTime. Man, what's up, Rain? I thought we finna work. You know, he's like, man, he said, hell no, we gonna work. So I take the phone from Dre. I like, what's up, Rain? I'm active right now, bro. I'm working harder than ever, bro. Whatever you need, ain't no artist out here with the tenacity that we have at this moment that we trying to do. And I give Rainwater this. He kept it a being. You know what he told me?
What did he say?
He said, man, I was just trying to get up out of there, man. I was scared. He said, man, I was just trying to get up at it. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was scared, man. I thought they were gonna come. My cousin, I told you he thought they had an issue bigger than what it was. And my cousin, we really chilling. So he telling me I'm the best rapper in the world because he trying to make it home.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and that just popped my bubble. I'm like, damn, I'm thinking Rain know what's going on. I'm thinking he fucking with the movement. I'm thinking, yeah. Nah, nigga, I was scared. Yeah. I was trying to get up out of there.
Right, man. You got to make it right with Dion, man. You got to make it right, man.
Look, and then what made it worse was I made a post, right? Because we got hella content from us paying them for the content. So I get on Instagram. I'm like, yo, man, let's do the interview. I'm just playing with him. I said, man, let's do the interview. I said, man, my cousin ain't even tripping with you. But I'm LOL and laughing emojis. He DM me back, man, what you talking about? Man, nah, I'm good on that, bro. I'm good on that now. So now he telling me he don't want to do the interview. So, I mean, that was that. It was funny, you know, so we laughed about it, but, you know, it is what it is. I ain't going to force nobody to do nothing because, like I said, I'm a firm believer in what's for me is for me. And it's going to happen as long as I keep doing what I needed to do. But it would have been a relationship that would have been cool. But, you know, everybody's reputation precedes them. And we all know, well, I knew who we were dealing with. And now Dre know as well.
And when you fuck over so many people or you talk shit about so many people, you don't know where it's coming from, so you just be paranoid.
You just be paranoid, like we ain't got no problem, and he think he got a problem. I don't want to say what happened so bad, but I ain't.
You ain't gotta air him out.
But nah, it's all love, Rain, man. Like, I know I'm not the artist in the position at the current moment that he probably would feel it even worthy. Like he can say, "I'm good on that," you know, and I respect it. But I'm just, I say, I'm head down, staying fast. We just working.
Yeah,
we just working.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Man, Dion, leave your social, man. How can people get a hold of you? Where can they tap into your whole movement, man?
Everything is Dion LLC. If you Google, YouTube it, Instagram it, X, Twitter, Facebook, everything is Dion LLC. You're gonna see all my videos. You're gonna see all the content that we've been providing to everybody now. And really, once you tap into it, it's a good follow because we're consistent with the work. It is not like I'm finna record a song and I'm finna make 10 pieces of content to that same song, which I don't knock nobody who does that. But I rap so frequently, you're gonna get new music from me all the time. You're gonna get covers, you're gonna get freestyles, you're gonna get original songs, you're gonna get everything. And one thing that I can guarantee, the only thing that I can guarantee about my whole situation, I can't guarantee you that we're gonna pop. I can't guarantee that we're gonna be rich and famous. The music is gonna be good. And I'm gonna stand on that.
That's what's up, man. Man, Dion, thank you for tapping in, man.
Yeah, man.
It's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure. It's been a fucking pleasure, man.
Absolutely.
Make sure y'all go stream Versace Mix
The Versace Minx.
Minx.
Yes, sir.
Versace Minx is everywhere out now. Man, this has been the Tap In Podcast. Thank y'all for tapping in. Holla.